Hi, my name is Blair. I'm a student of physical therapy. Do I have your permission to test for the manual muscle strength and movement of your metacarpal phalangeal joints through flexion?
Yes.
Okay, great. So as we can see, her wrist is in a neutral position, the forearm is supinated, and she is seated. So for this test, I'm going to ask the patient to actively flex their fingers, and I'm going to provide resistance to the palm of the proximal phalanges. A few things to consider that we don't want to do in this test and avoid are her fingers kind of curling or flexing during the range of motion. So I'm going to, and another thing, we're going to test them as a group and not, you can test the fingers individually for this as well. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to do them as a group. So now I'm going to have her flex her fingers, and I'm going to pull down on the proximal phalanges into extension, and you're going to resist the best you can. Okay, so for this one. She resists my pull. This is known as a grade 5 for MCP flexion. And again, back up. Oh, and there's a slight break at the beginning, but she still continues to resist against the downward force, and this is a grade 4 MCP flexion. And back to normal position, and up again into flexion. And the patient breaks completely against my resistance, so this is known as a grade 3. The patient got to the range of motion actively but couldn't resist against the force. So next we're going to do a show for grade 0 to 2. So we're going to have the patient again. She's seated in a neutral position with her forearm and wrist kind of resting on the table. So for this, the patient has her wrist resting. Therefore, any force of gravity is minimized because she's on the table. And I'm going to want to have the patient keep their interphalangeal joints extended all the way through the range of motion for this one. So we're going to have you go into this position and flex the fingers. And she keeps them straight and back. She can do this motion all the way through. So this is known as a grade 2. And then again, I'm going to ask the patient to. And as you can see, the fingers don't really move, but we still kind of feel a contraction of those finger flexors. So this is known as a grade 1. And lastly, we're going to ask the patient to actively do the range of motion again. And she can't perform the motion, and we feel no contraction for those finger flexors of the MCP joints. So this is known as a grade 0. Thank you.